Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Tonight begins the SFL postseason. Sorry about that brief technical delay, but we are back here on the SFL Network on Twitch TV for our 7th SFL postgame ever. 3.5 years of sim football, Stephen, it's hard to imagine. And you are here with us not once, not twice, but all throughout the postseason. Excited to have you here, live and in person.
Well, yeah, I think the SFL crowd may get tired of me. I'm going to be here so much during the playoffs, but you know what? This is what this entire season has been building towards, and, man, I am ready just to see some playoff action.
Sioux Falls and Minneapolis, probably the two most similar teams in terms of the matchups that we have of the four in this postseason. And when you're facing, when two similar teams are facing off, someone has got to flip the script and successfully do something different, I would think.
Yeah, you know, and that might be running the ball. That's something these two teams don't traditionally do very well. They haven't done through the season. They like to use their running backs more as receivers. Each of them, Benny Beasley, Doug Bose, 182 receptions throughout the season. That's a huge amount of receptions. The turnaround in this game, and the key may be the team that rushes the ball the most or the best and the most effectively. So let's see if these coordinators switch it up here for the postseason, and I'm sure this is going to be an exciting game to watch.
And for Sioux Falls, they were right in this same position last season, had a home playoff game, couldn't get the job done. Queen City went on to win the title. So they've got some pressure on them to try to get over that hump. But Minneapolis really doesn't have any pressure on them. We know this is going to be their last season. Thomas Paternitty's swan song. They just got to go out there and have a good time. Does that play to their advantage, do you think?
Absolutely. They get to let it all hang out tonight. They get it loose and throw all their ideas, all their plays, anything to win. This is their last hurrah. And as far as Sioux Falls, they just hope it's not a case of deja vu here in the postseason. They're trying to prove they belong, and that starts tonight.
Minneapolis 7-5, Sioux Falls 9-3. The SFL postseason gets underway very, very shortly, and we've had all day to prep for this, and I don't think we could possibly be more excited for this moment, Steve.
I can't. Yeah, this is great. You know what? It's only the beginning. We've got 3 more games after this. 1 more tonight, 2 more tomorrow. Man, this is what we've been waiting for, guys, and it's here. Santa Claus and the presents are under the tree. Let's go get them.
SFL postseason starts next. Welcome to Liberty Park, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Tonight, the number 3 in the Teal Conference, Minneapolis Maulers, against the number 2 in the Teal Conference, the Sioux Falls Sparrows. And it's right now here on Twitch TV alongside Stephen Milanex. I am Cameron Irvine. Tonight, Swing City comes full circle as Minneapolis and Sioux Falls try to separate themselves and try to advance to the Teal Conference Championship. They will face the winner of Orlando and Santa Fe, but we'll get underway at this exact time tomorrow. But this is what we've all been waiting for. This is the start of what will be, I'm sure, just as crazy of a postseason as we've seen year in and year out.
Yes, let's hope that we can have a great start to the playoffs here with this game. I believe it will. It should be exciting. And, you know, these two exciting offenses are going to bring lethal passing games. You know, the story might be what these defenses can do to stop these potent passing offenses. And we'll get a chance to see how good those defensive coordinators are tonight.
Sioux Falls actually wins the toss and elects to defer, so that's an interesting strategy for the Sparrows, who have an elite offense, as we are set to get underway from Liberty Park in Sioux Falls. Semi Prefontaine took it. We're underway. Coma Kaleka will return from the 1-yard line, and Kaleka from the past the 20, but put down to the 22 almost instantly. Very good kick coverage on the league's best kickoff returner.
Now we get a chance to see Mac Wavy Jr. for the first time in the postseason, taking the mantle from Rocco Marconi. Who? Rocco Marconi who? Wavy. has made his own legacy this season. Let's see if he can make it in the postseason as well.
Wavy Jr., 4,120 yards as a rookie, 30 touchdowns, 24 interceptions. He starts out of the empty set, shotgun, back to pass. Wavy Jr. fires outside, caught by Joel Willinga. That's a pickup of 7 yards and moves it up to the 29.
We're going to need to see a lot of consistency from Wavy tonight. One thing that I really do want to see, though, from each of these offenses is a running game. Let's see how much that goes into play here as we go into second down and a short 3.
Second down and 3, and a handoff to Doug Bose. Hurdles the defender, picks up a first down for the Maulers. That's a good start for the Mauler offense up to the 33-yard line. Minneapolis is in the road, black helmets, white jerseys, yellow pants, yellow numbers, red trim. Sioux Falls in the all blacks with the black numbers with that bright yellow trim standing out. It's a first down for Minneapolis.
Well, it did exactly what we were talking about right there. Let the big boy eat there. Doug Bose gets some good yardage. Oh, and there's the pass rush that Sioux Falls is definitely going to need tonight to put a little pressure on Mac Wavy Jr. It always helps when you get it from your defensive line.
Yeah, Parker applies the pressure there. Second down and 10. A big key to the game for the Maulers is getting that pass rush. But if Sioux Falls can get some on Mac Wavy Jr., I'm sure that would help them out as well. Second down and 10 at the 33-yard line for Minneapolis out of the eye. And Wavy Jr. will drop back to pass. 3-step drop. Fires down the middle of that pass. Is caught for a first down to the 47-yard line. That's Jalen Miller. And that is the number 1 target of this Mauler passing attack down the field.
Miller finds that nice little open area in the zone, and it's an easy pass for Wavy.
So 9.5 to go in the first quarter. It's a 1st and 10 for the Maulers, moving the ball. They've got 2 first downs on the opening drive up to the Mauler 47-yard line with 3 receivers to the top of the screen and 1 to the bottom of the screen. And Wavy Jr. out of the shotgun will drop back to pass. Fire to the outside. That pass is caught by, I believe, Davis Reed for a pickup of 4 yards to the Sparrow, 49-yard line. 2nd and 6 and first down has been pretty successful for the Maulers to start this ball game.
Yeah, they're just taking what the defense is giving them, and you know what? If you can make it a short second down, that's going to make it a lot easier there on their team to get that first down and maybe even run the ball.
Happy to have all of you along with us. It's 2nd and 6 at the Sioux Falls 49. Opening drive for the Maulers, an opening drive for the SFL playoffs. Doug Bose takes a carry up the middle. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 to go, and Minneapolis is knocking on the door of scoring position.
Why not let the big fella eat? You know what I mean? That's a big guy right there. There's Big Bose. That's a great play call right down the middle of the line. Let's see if the Sparrows are willing to take him on one-on-one. Short 3rd down here.
3 receivers, all to the top of the screen, short side right. The ball is on the right hash mark, and back to pass is Wavy Jr. Wavy Jr. will fire to the sideline. Oh, double coverage!
Oh.
Caught at the 37. What a catch by Brown down the field, and Minneapolis has a first down in the most improbable fashion.
Thought that was a mistake the minute that he decided to pass the ball, but the wide receiver falling backwards makes a great catch. You got to give it to that receiver on that one.
So Minneapolis at the Sparrow 37-yard line. It's 1st down and 10. This is a very strong drive to start the ball game for the Maulers. Wavy Jr.'s out of the eye. Miller's at the bottom of the screen, and the counter to Doug Bose is going to be slammed down in the backfield. That's a loss of 1, and that's the first time that Sioux Falls has really corralled Bose in the backfield so far in this drive.
Yeah, but I like the play call. You got to keep the defense honest, make sure they're not playing back so your receivers are open for the other plays. But yeah, hey, feed the big fella. Nothing wrong with that.
It's been a 3+ minute drive, and Wavy Jr. goes out of the gun with 4 receivers, 3 off the left side now. And it's a 3-2 defense for the Sioux Falls. Wavy Jr. deep ball down the corner, knocked up in the air and nearly intercepted. Zano Seika, who's having himself a pretty special year, nearly took that one away.
Dangerous pass right there. That tipped up in the air. He's been coming down with a lot of those this season. I'd stay away from that side of the field if I were the Maulers.
The weather tonight in Liberty Park, it's 54 degrees, a north-northeast 8-mile-an-hour wind, and mostly cloudy skies here in South Dakota. It's just a perfect night for football, Steve.
It feels great out here. T-shirt and I'm feeling frisky out here.
Wavy Jr. deep ball, and the Maulers are also feeling frisky on the opening drive. Joel Walinga to the Sioux Falls 8.
What a great connection right there between the quarterback and the receiver. Watch him zing this ball right down the middle, right into the picnic basket. Look at that great catch. Great little combo there. I like that post pattern.
So it'll be first down and goal coming up for Minneapolis, and I got to tell you, Stephen, this is one heck of an opening drive.
This is a statement drive right here. They're saying, hey, we know we're in your house, but it might as well be ours.
Couple of receptions already from the tight end Joel Walinga, who's getting more involved, as is Doug Bose on the ground. Picks up a couple to the 7-yard line, but Minneapolis is making a point on this opening drive to feed Doug Bose more on the ground, and is doing a great job of keeping the Sparrows' high-powered offense off the field.
I like the balance. I like the balanced attack. It may not always be paying off immediately in yardage for them going to the run like this, but I think it's keeping this Sioux Falls defense off kilter.
Second down and goal at the 7, 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Mac Wavy Jr. back to pass. He will step up in the pocket, fires it across the field. That pass is caught. Breaking a tackle inside the 5, down to the 4 is Doug Bose, but it's going to be third down and goal. And how big of a victory would it be for the Sioux Falls defense to get a stop or force a field goal after all of this 5-minute drive here?
It'd be huge, especially considering they gave up the ball right at the coin toss there and decided to go ahead and kick it away. This would be huge if they can get a stop right.
Third down and goal. Split backs for Mac Wavy Jr. The rookie is back to pass, and he fires to the corner of the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown!
Oh!
Jalen Miller with the score. He leads the team in touchdown catches this season, and the Maulers are on the board first.
Hello, Mr. Wavy. Welcome to the postseason, baby.
Wow, how about that? I mean, he didn't look like a rookie. At this point, Stephen, You're not really a rookie anymore, are you?
No. I mean, hey, this guy's got quality games under the belt, and he's showing the poise of a veteran right now. Come into Sioux Falls house and take it all the way down the field. We can probably toss that rookie label.
Not one swing pass on the opening drive for Minneapolis, and it nets them a touchdown. What is the big deal about the swing anyway, says Minneapolis. We don't even need it.
Wait, hey, we talked about them switching it up, and having maybe the Sioux Falls came out looking for the swing, and well, there you go. There's T-Pat right there. There's the intelligence, the wisdom. He's game planning as if this was his last game, and it might be, but so far so good for the Maulers.
Jalen Miller with his 10th touchdown of the season. That leads all Maulers in the receiving corps, and Terrain James returns up to the 27-yard line. And let's meet those Minneapolis Mauler impact players. And tonight, I think we really got to focus on T. Cabell, because he's got to come up huge against Julian Tyree in the pass. What's the word I'm looking for here, Stephen? Because I'm drawing a blank.
He's got it.
Rush.
Yeah, they've got to have the pass rush. That's T. Cabell,
go.
second in the league in sacks, 15 sacks this season. Can he get a rattle Tyree? Let's find out.
Tyree will drop back to pass on Sioux Falls opening drive. There's touchdown! Tyree goes down a loss of 6 yards, and some words for Tyree. That is Lee on the sack, Antoine Lee, and it's second and long for Sioux Falls.
Let's not underestimate what that does to a quarterback's confidence. We know Tyree has played great this season, but you know what? When you open the game with a sack, he's getting knocked around a little bit. Let's see how he handles that.
Second down and 16, 3 receivers. Tyree is under center. 4 down linemen for the Maulers. Tyree back to pass. Pump fake, now fires outside. Beasley's out of real estate. It's third down and 16. And boy, oh boy, the Maulers have come to feast in the first quarter.
They look out of sync right here. It's only been 2 plays. Big third down right here. Long third down for them. This is not the position you want to be in if you're Sioux Falls here starting the game at home.
Third down and 16. That was actually ruled as an incomplete pass. Clock is stopped with 5:23 to go in the first. The Maulers are trying to force a 3-and-out after they kept Sioux Falls defense on the field for 5 minutes. And Julian Tyree is sacked again. It's T. Cabell. It's 4th and 18. We just highlighted him. T. Cabell with his first sack in postseason for the rookie. And it's a 3-and-out and a bad 3-and-out for Sioux Falls.
I cannot imagine a better start for the Maulers. I mean, a 3-and-out, 2 sacks, basically an incomplete pass. Boy, this is Mahler's defense. This is a great way for them to start.
Stephen, you're having a hard time containing yourself seeing these great plays made on the field as Nakoma Kaleka returns up to the 48-yard line. It's just such a tremendous start for Minneapolis. Very unexpected and uncharacteristic of Sioux Falls to start games slow.
Well, you know, it's one thing to watch the game on TV at home. It's a whole other thing to be in the booth with you here at the stadium when this place is, pretty silent right here at the moment. But the playoff atmosphere is truly dynamic, and I'm excited.
4:45 to go in the first quarter. The Maulers have a 7-0 advantage, and trips off the right side, and Wavy Jr. will fire to the outside, caught, and staying in bounds. Nearly got a first down. That's Brown again. Delta Coakley with a vicious tackle on the sideline. 2nd and inches coming up.
That's how they started their first offensive series. Hey, if that blueprint works, why not go right to it? If it falls in suit, expect a Doug Bose run here pretty soon.
So Minneapolis already back in Sparrow territory.
Wow.
And Sioux Falls really just, they need to figure out how to soften the blow here of this slow start. They certainly don't want to give up yet another touchdown. Very rare we see a team at any point during the season go up 14-0 on the road. Doug Bose is the first down, and Bose is out at the Sioux Falls 36-yard line. Another move of the chains for Minneapolis.
You got to love what Sioux Falls is doing here. They're punching the big fella in the mouth from the get-go. And they're saying, hey, we're not going to be bullies. We're not going to be bullied. We are going to be the bullies. And they're coming out aggressive, and they're coming out successful.
Don't forget that the next game in the SFL playoffs comes your way next. The Baltimore Crabs and the Dallas Roughnecks get underway in the Gray Conference semifinal. Doug Bose will take a swing this time and pick up 3. And, hey, you can't totally abandon what got you here, and it picks up a few for the Mahler offense.
Yeah, that's positive yardage. You know, anything that you can do to get that second down shorter is good. But we've seen them have success without relying on that, and I hope they continue to do that. Go away from the swing pass here because it seems to be working. I don't think they're going to do it here.
3:29 to go in the first quarter. 4 receivers, 3 off the right side. Back Wavy Jr. back to pass. Wavy Jr. going deep down the middle. The pass is caught. A missed tackle and a touchdown. Minneapolis scores again. Joel Walinga. It's 13-0.
They have found some sort of weakness here right in the dead center of Sioux Falls' secondary. And, boy, have they taken full advantage. Wavy, he may post career numbers in this game.
Joel Walinga down the middle, and a rare missed tackle there from A.J. Levy. Usually a sure tackler out there, and this is shaping up to be a shocking result. And if you're Sioux Falls, I have to believe that you got to be thinking, okay, we've only had 3 opportunities to be on the field. Eventually, we're going to get going here.
Yeah, this is, hey, they're 9-3 in the season on the season for a reason, right? So they know how to fight in these kinds of games, and let's remember they're at home, and there's always that home field advantage. Hey, great start! I mean, perfect start by the Maulers, and this is not where Sioux Falls imagine themselves probably being here to start the game, but it's really there's a lot of time left, and Sioux Falls is very, very talented.
Back to the impact players of Minneapolis. Mac Wavy Jr. could not have made more of an impact on this on the start of the game here for Minnesota.
Yeah, let's not discount the Tika Bell and that defense. I mean, they gave the Maulers the short field and allowed them to be now 2 scores up so early. So let's see if this defense can continue their success against a very potent Sioux Falls offense. So
it's 1st and 10 at the 30. We meet Julian Tyree, although he's already met the Minnesota defensive front twice. 103.8 quarterback rating this season, 43 touchdowns in just 12 games. Unheard of, but way over 3 per game as Tyree will drop back to pass, fires it down the field, staying in bounds, down the sideline. Jordan Jennings, how did he do that? Another tremendous play by the league's #1 receiver.
Hey, your team's down by 14. Who do you turn to when you need a big play? You turn to the playmakers, and there's no bigger playmaker in the SFL right now than this guy Jennings.
And he stayed in bounds. That was a great no call by the officials saying that he was out of bounds. And for Jordan Jennings and Sioux Falls, that's just a little 5-yard out route. Those are the type of plays that Jennings can provide you with just simple throws.
That's why they brought him here. I mean, they brought him here from Tallahassee, and he's been nothing but spectacular.
2:46 to go in the first. Boy, did Tallahassee miss him this season. That pass is caught. Well, no, he did stay in bounds again. Actually, that's the fullback with the catch on the outside, a pickup of 7. So both teams getting a little bit of everybody involved, and you're starting to see that ball come out a little bit quicker of Tyree's hands.
Yeah, they learned a little something from that first offensive series, didn't they? They're getting the ball out quick, so these tight end, these defensive ends, the Maulers can't get to Tyree as quick.
2:20 to go in the first. Tyree straight back, fires it down the middle of the field. That pass is caught. That's Jordan Jennings again, and as you said, quick to Jennings, quick to Jennings, quick to Jennings. That's such almost an unstoppable offense.
Well, you give credit to the coaching staff. They saw what didn't work in that first series, and they've come out and they've thrown 3 of these really short passes. They're starting to get their offense going. You know, they need that chemistry. That they need to get it rolling a little bit, and they've done that successfully here in the last 2 plays.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, the Teal Conference semifinal here from Sioux Falls. Julian Tyree will fire it outside. That's Jennings again. Another solid pickup of 5 yards. And now you almost wonder when we're going to see Beasley and Cannon get involved, because we still haven't seen that, and the first quarter's almost over.
Well, I think they're trying to lull maybe the Maulers defense to sleep a little bit. I'd probably look for something deep here pretty soon. Maybe not on this one, but pretty soon.
Yeah, Jennings is off the field, and Tyree will fire it out to Beasley, and Benny Beasley's got a lot of room, and nobody was there, and Sioux Falls has a touchdown.
Ran to perfection. I mean, look at the blocking. This guy has nobody. Where's Sioux Falls defenders? There's no one there. That was an amazing play call.
Well, Sioux Falls defenders are on the bench.
Excuse me, Maulers. I apologize. You're right.
You know, I gotta keep you on your toes too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's do it. No, hey, you know what? Great job, Sioux Falls. Man, have you seen a guy that wide open? Just no one there. Again, you know, nobody probably does it better in the league.
Yeah, swing city or no swing city, that's just unacceptable and it's inexcusable out of the Mauler defense, especially considering how well their offense has gotten started. Almost a slap in the face there with that type of effort.
That's also the unsung heroes, the guys that aren't receiving the ball there, but they're making those blocks, those key blocks, the offensive line. The tight ends, the wide receivers, they're all getting on their blocks, and all we see is the result, but it's because of their efforts.
So we'll see what Minneapolis does here on their third possession. They've scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. And you and I were talking earlier in the game, or earlier today in prep, as Kaleka returns with a couple of nice moves there out the 25-yard line. We were talking about the Sparrows defense and ranked number 4 against the run. But how much has Sioux Falls' defense really been tested on the ground? Because they're always winning ball games.
Yeah, well, when you're playing from behind, and that's normal when you're playing Sioux Falls, you're not running the ball a lot. So you're trying to get back into the game. So that ranking may be a little off, but you know what? They're not going to have to really. So far from what we've seen, neither offense is running a lot.
Mac Wavy Jr. back to pass, fires it over the middle. That pass is complete. To the 29-yard line, a pickup of 4, and I tell you what, Mac Wavy Jr., he hits Berger that time. He's getting everyone involved tonight.
Well, we talked about Doug Bose and getting him involved in the running game. I still believe they need to do that, but Mac Wavy's hot right now, man. You got to go to the guy with the hot hand. Let's see if he can maybe test it a little deep here pretty soon.
Mac Wavy has completed passes to 6 different receivers: Berger, Brown, Miller, Reed, Bose, and Walinga, as Doug Bose takes the handoff and picks up 4. 3rd down and 2. Another solid gain on 2nd down to make it 3rd and manageable for that Mauler defense. The tackle was made by, I believe, Mike Doss.
Mike Doss had a great year this year. And this Sioux Falls Sparrows defense doesn't get enough credit. They've struggled here in this first quarter, but hey, they have an opportunity here to tighten up and get this ball back.
So coming down on the end of the first quarter, Mac Wavy Jr. fires to the sideline, perfectly executed, tapping the toes. That's Doug Bose showing some finesse. How about that?
Well, those ballerina classes have been paying off there for the big fella. Yeah, you don't expect him to be so nimble, but the one thing we've learned about Doug Bose, he's versatile. And this guy will pound it outside, and he'll be the best receiver in the game 1 minute, and a big power back the next. The guy's got a bunch of talent.
1st and 10 at the 35 for the Maulers. They've scored on both of their first quarter possessions. Bose takes another handoff. He'll lose a yard. And that is the end of the first quarter of play. Your score, Minneapolis 14, Sioux Falls 7. This is the SFL postseason on Twitch TV. Let's take a look at the Sioux Falls Sparrows impact players as we begin the second. And who stands out to you, Stephen?
Well, Ozeka, obviously, the guy, you got to avoid that side of the field. I mean, when you got a shutdown guy like that in your secondary, he can make the offense one-dimensional.
Wavy Jr. wide open. It is Joel Walinga again. And the tight end is roasting Sioux Falls in the first half.
The middle of the field once again. They have, like I've said, they have found something here right down the center of the field that is allowing them just to gash secondary that we just praised.
Yeah, it's fascinating what they're, we have not seen them test. We've seen them test the sideline short, but certainly not long. And they are hammering away Joel Walinga impressively. 1st and 10, nearly back into scoring position. Another deep ball, and it's picked off at the 20-yard line. That's A.J. Levy. He says, stop going to the middle. I got your interception right here.
Yes, we need to start talking about Levy here. Yeah, it pops out on the screen. God, look at that. What a wonderful interception that was. Leaping catch in the air at the ball's highest point. Big play. Big play.
A.J. Levy, an impact player. He had a pick against the Maulers in a crucial moment in that game down near the goal line a couple of meetings ago when they last played the Maulers. And he's got another one against Mac Wavy Jr. Tyree runs around the pocket somehow, spinning away from the pressure. Terrain James. And as non-stars go, Terrain James is a pretty good one.
Yeah, we've heard his name a couple times already tonight. Probably hear it a lot more if this Mauler defense leaves it open like that. Hey, one thing I want to mention here is that the second quarter has been kryptonite for the Maulers. So far this season, they've been outscored 147-66 in the second quarter this season.
Wow, that's incredible, and it's not off to a good start here after that Wavy Jr. pick. That pass is nearly intercepted. I believe that pass may have been deflected. And let's take a look at it on the replay again. Did Tyree's arm get hit? May have on the elbow, maybe by a helmet.
Yeah, that's a duck, quack, quack, right down the field. But hey, it's still, the wide receiver still had an opportunity to catch that ball. Got to try and make those plays if you can, get and bail out your quarterback when he throws a ball like that. Wow.
9:49 to go in the first half. All things considered for Sioux Falls, they got to be pretty happy where they sit right now.
I'd be really happy. Yeah, I mean, it looked like doom and gloom from the very beginning, but they've settled down and their offense is playing well.
Back to pass, Benny Beasley. He's got some more space on the outside, and we are not seeing the Maulers defend the swing game at all. Out of the 48-yard line, Julian Tyree is now 7 of 9 for 98 yards on the night.
Well, you know exactly what Sioux Falls is going to do offensively. They haven't run one single time. They've passed the entire time, so it's kind of a pick your poison with this Sioux Falls offense. You're going to defend the short game and those swing passes. You're going to defend deep against guys like Caesar Cannon and Jordan Jennings.
Coma Kaleka had that stop alongside Stephen Mullinex. I am Cameron Irvine. You can find me at Simulation FL and can find you at either Stephen Mullinex or Landry Hat, where you do great work there for the Dallas Cowboys, as Julian Tyree will dump it off left side, near side, and I believe that is Caesar Cannon. That's his first catch tonight.
Yeah, this guy's the X factor on this team. Jennings gets a lot of the attention. Cannon gets that underneath work, and he's excellent at it. Don't sleep on Cannon. The veteran is wily.
1,521 yards. He's a top 5 receiver in the SFL that no one really even talks about. And Tyree facing some pressure. Nice knockaway by Jake McClellan. And Minneapolis brought a very unique blitz package there, and I think it confused the Sparrows.
Yeah, and you got to give it to there's very few linebackers in this league that can make that kind of athletic play and go out there and cover so far off so far there past the hash. Yeah, I mean, a great athletic play there by the linebacker.
3rd down and 3 for Sioux Falls. They have a 7-point deficit that they're trying to erase. Just inside Mahler territory and out of the eye. It'll be an attempted shovel pass to Benny Beasley, and that pass is incomplete. Strange play call on 3rd and 3. It backfires, and the Maulers get a defensive stop.
Not a fan of that play call, especially with how this Maulers defensive line is built. But hey, they're hoping to try to catch them sleeping. Unfortunately, just couldn't make the connection.
Well, and you got to give it to Sioux Falls. You think, well, teams are going to come in and start trying to stop the swing pass.
Yeah.
Let's throw them for a loop and send Beasley up the middle of the field, and they won't be expecting that. This time, the Maulers won the battle.
I'd still prefer to see some semblance of a running game. There, especially in short yardage. That's the thing when you haven't established the running game, or you're not committed to having one. Those short yardage gains are gambles now.
So we've mentioned the 2 quarterbacks. These are their numbers from the first 2 meetings, and you see Mac Wavy Jr. 125 passes. I don't think we're going to see 60-plus passes out of Mac Wavy Jr. tonight. It just doesn't feel like that type of game for him.
Well, the thing that pops out to me when we were looking at those stats was the efficiency by Tyree. And he just doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Wavy Jr. deep, and that is another first down. The Mauler 48 didn't mean to cut off the analysis, but Davis Reed makes a tremendous play down the field, and again, pretty open down the middle.
Yeah, we're going to start sounding like a broken record, but until Sioux Falls adjusts their defense to cover the middle of the field, this might be happening all night, Cam.
Yeah, we'll go back to the quarterback comparison numbers through the first 2 games, because neither quarterback against the opposing defenses were efficient per se. Both had more interceptions than touchdowns, but yeah, just 14 incompletions in 2 meetings for Tyree. So on a 1st down and 10, Mac Wavy Jr. will fire it down the field, picked off at midfield, 40, 30, in a foot race, 25 down to the 20. It's Sage Schumann with the pick, and Sioux Falls gets a huge play out of an on-star defending Brown, and Wavy Jr.'s got back-to-back picks in this horrendous second quarter string for the Maulers this season.
Bad luck for the Maulers continues in the second quarter. But, I mean, if Sioux Falls, you've got to be tickled that a non-star player makes such a play and gives you such great field position here.
Sioux Falls has totally flipped the script here on Minneapolis after a dominating first quarter from the Maulers. The Sparrows have responded. Back to pass, Julian Tyree. Look at the footwork in the pocket. Swings it out to Beasley, pickup of 2. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. Tyree just looks so comfortable back there despite the early sacks.
Seems like just a different player than the one that we saw last season, Cam. I mean, this guy just seems like he's got the entire package together now, and he is the top tier of this league, man, as far as quarterback play. He's the entire package.
2 in the backfield for Sioux Falls. I still believe they have not run the football tonight, and Benny Beasley's going to get the handoff, and Beasley around the right side won't pick up anything. Troy Waters, a very good open field tackle.
Well, you got to like that. You got to like seeing that they're at least they ran one here. Trying to keep this defense honest, trying to keep that in their playbook. I'd like to see more of that, but it hasn't. Obviously, it hadn't worked for them. That's not necessarily their game. And look where they are. They're just a few yards here from tying it up.
3rd down and 8, 4 receivers. Julian Tyree back to pass, fires down the field. That pass is caught inside the 5, down to the 4. Caesar Cannon, 1st and goal for Sioux Falls.
Don't let that veteran get warmed up. Oh, my goodness. See, if Caesar Cannon starts going off here, and you even mentioned he's a top 5 wide receiver, I can't imagine what they're going to do when both of Jennings and him start to get on fire.
He's a large specimen, isn't he? He's a traveler. He's been with Oklahoma City. He's been with Kahlua. He's been all over the place. And really, this has been a breakout season for him. 1st and goal at the 4. Benny Beasley going to take the handoff, and Beasley is crushed at the 3. Really good tackle by T. Cabell. And I got to tell you, he didn't finish number 1 in sacks. That belonged to Farnsworth Bentley. But T. Cabell is one of the best is having one of the best seasons out of a defensive end this league has ever seen.
Yeah, and he's heading to free agency after this season, man. He may be the gem of free agency. If that guy is out there and available, I bet there will be a lot of teams clamoring for his services.
Second and goal halfway through the second quarter, and the handoff goes to Benny Beasley out of the three-back set. Only picked up one. Austin Broadway and Jake McClellan, some run stuffers at linebacker up the middle, make that stop.
Well, they're trying to take advantage of some short yardage gains here, but I'm not sure sending Benny Beasley down the middle of the field right through the heart of the defensive line is the way to run him.
Third down and goal at the 3. Sioux Falls wants 7 to try to tie this up. Tyree going back of the end zone, knocked away. Incomplete. Koma Kaleka. Do not test that, man. 4th and goal, and Sioux Falls will have to settle for a Sammy Prefontaine field goal.
Tyree's really confident coming into this game, trying to thread the needle, but man, that was an ocean of maulers out there. But at least he threw it to a receiver to a point whether he's going to make the catch or it's going to go out of bounds. So you got to give that to Tyree.
So Sammy Prefontaine will come on to kick the field goal. The last time these two teams met was October 12th, and Sioux Falls outscored Minneapolis 10-0 in the 4th. They really used that to pull away. Actually, in 2 meetings, Sioux Falls has outscored Minneapolis 20-3 as that field goal is good in the 4th quarter. So it's definitely important if that trend continues for the Maulers to get out to that early lead. But we're going to find out what they're made of in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be near identical to their last matchup, where it was 21-14 at halftime for Sioux Falls. So very, very important for the Maulers here to try and put up as many points at the start of this game as they've struggled in the second half last time they met.
Sammy Prefontaine, the lefty, kicks it away. Koma collects the 3-yard distance in zone. He goes out to the 24-yard line. They've kept him under wraps quite well. So 5:19 to go in the first half. Another reminder for you that we've got another game coming up as soon as this one is over. Baltimore and Dallas going head-to-head from Old Bay Stadium in Baltimore, and I know that most of SFL Nation believes that may be the closest matchup that we have this postseason.
Well, we'll find out. This game is shaping up to be pretty darn close. Hard to think of the next game when this one's so good.
Zach Wavy Jr. out to Doug Bose, and Bose breaks off a tackle, picks up a few 3 yards on the carry. But again, good open field tackling by Sioux Falls, and we really haven't seen much bad tackling out of these two squads tonight.
No, they've been pretty solid, and whereas the Maulers' defense has really had the impact there on the defensive line, Sioux Falls opposingly has been really good in the secondary. So let's see if maybe the opposing sides of those defenses can step up here.
Zach Wavy Jr.'s quarterback rating is still over 100 despite the 2 interceptions here in the second quarter, which, by the way, they have not scored in, and we talked about their second quarter struggles. Doug Bose is getting a lot of carries on these second and medium to long situations, and he's really helping the smaller offense out right now.
Yeah, I think so. They're sowing the seeds to tire out this defensive line as the game goes on. So expect a more effective Doug Bose now that he's warmed up.
3rd down and 3, 4:36 to go in the first half, and Wavy Jr. goes play action against a 4-man run, jumps it short, trying to get the first down as Bose didn't get there. Good tackling by Sioux Falls in the open field, and it looks like again the Mauler offense is going to come up empty.
Boy, that was close. Not sure if you challenged that one. That was really right up to the line. Kind of put Bose in a difficult situation there with his back towards the defense. Had to turn around, and big fella tried to, but man, give Sioux Falls credit for being there on the tackle.
So Minneapolis will punt it away. If you're just joining us, the Maulers got off to a 14-0 start. A touchdown to Jalen Miller, and then a deep ball to Joel Walinga, who was a big part of that Mauler first couple of drives, although he's gone quiet here in the second quarter, as has the Mauler offensive diversity. But then Sioux Falls started to get it going. Back-to-back turnovers resulted in 10 Sioux Falls points, and now the Sparrows for the first time tonight have an opportunity to take the lead.
Very dangerous right here for the Maulers because you can feel that momentum shift. And Sioux Falls at home.
Back to pass, Tyree, straight back. Look at the pocket that formed around Tyree. great job by the offensive line, and Caesar Cannon was all alone.
And I'm more impressed by the touch on that pass. I mean, there wasn't a lot of arm in that, but it was just a nice, right where it needed to be, pinpoint accuracy, and you gotta like to see that out of Tyree.
3:35 to go in the first half. And the Maulers have a, boy, doesn't it just seem like it just flies right by when you got good color and play-by-play going? Tyree, deep ball down the field, caught open! Inside the 20, down to the 18, Jordan Jennings, 76 on 4 catches, and Sioux Falls is in the red zone.
They have lulled Sioux Falls' secondary to sleep with Caesar Cannon and stabbed them there with Jordan Jennings. These two guys get going. I don't know how you stop it, Cam.
You know, I'm not afraid to scold you. That is Minneapolis' defense on the field.
Am I going to say something wrong?
It's strike 2, man.
All right, one more.
As I always told Greg, there's a window right over there.
One more, and I'm going out of it. I apologize, fellas.
3 minutes to go in the first half. Hey, just wait until I screw up, and then you can.
You have, but I didn't mention it.
First and 10, Sioux Falls checks it down, dropped actually by Terrain James. Footsteps, I think.
Well, you know, that's the life of a non-star here in the SFL. 1 minute they're going down the field with an interception. Next minute they dropped a pretty easy ball.
Second and 10, 2:46 to go in the first half. The Sparrows are trailing by 4, but boy, they are sure in a good position. And despite winning the turnover battle, +2, still struggling to take advantage here. Second down and 10 in full. Benny Beasley, best run of the night. Coma Kaleka has to knock him out from the side. A 7-yard pickup to bring up 3rd and 3.
I am expecting the screen pass at any moment. It has been effective in the red zone. Why not try it again?
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't see it on that last possession. And I would be surprised if we don't see it here. Split backs for Sioux Falls. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Hoping that they don't have to settle for another field goal. Tyree will go play action. Back to pass. And Trobo goes down for the sack. A loss of 5. That's number 94. That's the 3rd different Mauler defender to have a sack in this first half.
That's the dangers of the play action right there. And just didn't give Tyree enough time to find his wide receiver. These Maulers defensive linemen, man, they are coming, and they are coming fast.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. This is the SFL Network. So Sammy Prefontaine, another field goal, but if you're Minneapolis, I don't know how you would look at this, Stephen. You can either, from the Maulers' perspective, you're down in the turnover department by 2, but you still have the lead. If you're Sioux Falls, you're down by 1, and Julian Tyree hasn't made a mistake yet. And against the Maulers, he's shown that they are bound to happen at some point. And so, where do you go with that information?
I think you're happy to be, in Santa Fe. Possibly going into halftime.
Sioux Falls.
I'm Sioux Falls. I'm out the window, fellas. I'm out the window. To be in Sioux Falls with possibly the lead, at halftime. I think you'd be happy with that. They've had some opportunities. They came out red hot. But I think you're happy if you have the lead in this stadium.
Coma Kaleka is 3 yards deep in his end zone, or it was, and quickly takes it out. I tell you what, Sioux Falls with special teams is doing a tremendous job keeping Coma Kaleka at bay, as he has not even gotten out, I think, past the 25 all night.
Yeah, but you got to think it's just a matter of time. You can only hope to contain that man for a certain amount of time. I think he'll get his at some point in this game.
Haven't mentioned Jace Jefferson's name yet, and he had another quality season. He's a staple in the Sparrow defense, and obviously Mac Wavy Jr. trying to go away from him. Deep ball down the field, caught at the Minneapolis 46-yard line. That is Joel Wallinga again, and Wavy Jr.'s got 212 through the air in the first half.
Well, this Mauler's coaching staff have given Wavy the green light tonight. I mean, he is let loose, and still, even after 2 interceptions, he's got no memory of those, and he's just playing outstanding.
And Minneapolis, I mean, they are hitting their tight end big time. This is a really good showing out of Joel Walinga. Doug Bose takes a handoff, nearly got the first down. It's second down and inches now for the Maulers.
Surprising call here.
And the swing outside gets the Maulers a first down to the 40-yard line. And down to a minute to go. Maulers saving all their timeouts. They have 3 of them still. First and 10. That was the fullback with that last catch. Lindy Jr. just throwing it to everybody. Now he goes back the other way across the field. Doug Bose breaking tackles. And Bose picks up 7 yards. Timeout Maulers. And they are just cruising down the field once again, back into scoring position.
It's the very definition of what Bose gives you. He's got those solid hands, but he also brings that power and after yards after catch. Gets him right here, bucked up right to field goal range.
Second down and 3. I think was that Joel Walinga's stat line? 5 catches for 127 yards. That is ridiculous out of the tight end. Bose has a swing. He's got a first down and a block inside the 20. Oh, he's still going down to the 6-yard line. Pushed out of bounds. Unbelievable. He stayed in bounds that long.
We have seen some great plays in this game. That right there, the effort. Look at that. Look at him toe tap the sideline. I'm telling you what, this Doug Bose, man, he's fun to watch.
And the Maulers have shaken it off. They need to pay Taylor Swift to get the rights to her music because they really are trying to get rid of their demons that they've had in the second quarter, not only tonight but all throughout the season. Split backs for Mac Wavy Jr. and Wavy Jr. will drop back to pass. He'll fire right side corner. That's caught for a touchdown. Davis Reed, third different Mauler player to score a touchdown tonight. And Minneapolis is back up by 7.
Too easy. Just too. Did you see how many Maulers were in the backfield with Wavy just protecting them and no pass rush at all? Had all day to throw that.
Mac Wavy Jr., besides that one opportunity that Parker had when he knocked the ball out of Wavy's hands on the intended pass, it just really hasn't been a ton of pass rush out of Sioux Falls, and Mac Wavy Jr.'s had all day.
Unafraid. I think that's what comes to mind for me. Wavy is not afraid to make mistakes. They came out aggressive. They continued to be aggressive despite the interceptions. And why not? It's paying off. Looks like they're going to have a pretty nice lead here going into halftime.
So Mac Wavy Jr., I mean, what can you say about this guy? I mean, he's had an unbelievable season. Whether he's a system quarterback or not, probably debatable as you take a look at Marconi's numbers, who we'll see in the second game of our doubleheader on a very short kickoff. James from the 14 up to the 31-yard line. But, there are some very small rumors out there that Mac Wavy Jr. may be thinking about, potentially hanging up the cleats or doing, and that's absurd with the way this kid plays.
Probably no other quarterback in the SFL this season has had the pressure of living up to a legend the way that Wavy has, and he's been spectacular.
First and 10, and will Sioux Falls stay aggressive to try to keep up with the points? Nearly threw a pick. That's Austin Broadway knocking it down. Pass intended for Jennings. 4 catches on 7 targets. Minneapolis defense doing a decent job on Jennings, but they're doing a better job on Caesar Cannon.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? If you're the Maulers there, man, that was an opportunity. They could have changed really the face of this game if they had come away with that interception right there. Just a lucky break there for Sioux Falls.
Second down and 10. Maulers are up on the Sparrows by 8. Tyree play action this time all day to throw down the field. Pass is caught. Wide open. 20, 15, 10. It's a touchdown. It's Jordan Jennings. And we've got a shootout on our hands.
There's no need to talk about any other games that we have. This is the game. If you're not watching this game, you might miss out on the greatest playoff game in SFL history. They are going back and forth and back and forth. You gotta love. This is what the SFL is all about, man. This is why we are here. That man right there, goodness gracious. You're never too far behind when you got a player like Jennings.
Jordan Jennings averages 160 53.6 receiving yards per game. It's number 1 in the league. Like the guy, they just no one can seem to figure out how to just shut this guy down.
Well, Sioux Falls is a very talented offense. They've got a lot of weapons, and so if you're trying to cover, it's kind of another pick your poison type situation. Who are you going to cover? You're going to cover Jennings. They've got Caesar Cannon. They've got Benny Beasley. They're going to attack you in all different kinds of ways. But Jennings, golly, man, if you're going to cover one dude, that's the guy you got to cover. You can't let that guy get loose. When you're talking about his average of 168 a game, he probably has it in the first half.
We've seen it in this half already. The passing numbers for these teams is ridiculous. That's our stat of the night. Minneapolis is 3rd in the league in pass offense. Sioux Falls is 2nd. And to be successful in the SFL, largely, you have to understand the pass game. And, man, these two teams really do.
No doubt about that.
Kaleka from the 2 on the return up to the 22-yard line. 11 seconds left. Maulers have 2 timeouts. Sioux Falls has 3. Our timeouts on our score bug, our new updated score bug, not currently operational, at least tonight. We don't have time for everything. And Mac Wavy Jr. will try to operate with 11 seconds to go in the first half.
Just trying to get on the air, Cam.
Yeah, we already tried once and then had to try a second time. Mac Wavy Jr. out of the gun. Boy, I tell you what, they're still staying aggressive. That pass is caught just for a few yards, and that will run out the clock. Joel Walinga there to make the reception. Both of these quarterbacks combine for nearly 500 yards in the first half and 5 touchdowns through the air. And as we take it to the half, let's get some analysis going. What a first half it was. I mean, sensational play. And as we look at the first half numbers, Sioux Falls only 7 first downs, but they really didn't need them with the big playability out of Jordan Jennings.
Yeah, and look at the time of possession. I mean, they're almost equal across the board, but the Maulers big time big time lead on first down. So they've had the more balanced offense. But man, Sioux Falls at home they're just crazy good. And this bodes well for the Maulers. Being up at halftime, that's the first time they've done so against the Sparrows all year. So hey, let's tip of the cap here to the Maulers here. They've done something here they haven't been able to do previously against Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I mean, the Sparrows have got to be thinking at this point, now that they've taken a sigh of relief after that 14-0 deficit, they probably got to be thinking, here we go again, man. What do we got a home playoff game, and we're having to scratch and claw our way against a former champion who's coming here and has given us our best. Why can't they just for once just give us maybe 60% of what they got?
TPAC's not going to make it easy on him, and this Sparrow defense has got to figure out a way to cover the middle of the field. They've got to have some halftime adjustments here because Wavy Jr. is gashing them and not caring about any mistakes that he makes. He's just out there and throwing the rock, man. But hey, when you've got Jordan Jennings, when you've got Tyree, you got Beasley, you got Cannon, they've got plenty of weapons to get right back into this game. Which they're playing at home. That's the advantage. Sioux Falls, this game, man, this is crazy. This is a great game.
It's understated how well Julian Tyree played in that first half. He did not throw an interception. He threw a couple of touchdowns. He really didn't force too many balls down the field. Maybe a couple of knockdowns. He had that one pass that he was hit on the elbow and it sort of ruffled his feathers. But Julian Tyree, with all the credit that we've been given to Mac Wavy Jr., has almost flown under the radar in this game, if that's even possible.
And this whole talk about Swing City and all that, there's been a couple of good swing pass plays, but for the most part, it's been down the middle of the field for both of these teams, down and deep. And they found success, and they're testing the heart of these defensive secondaries. I expect to see more of the same here in the second half.
Yeah, who would have thought? Everyone talks about, the fade, the swing bat. We haven't seen hardly any of that in this game, and these are two of the best teams duking it out. This is football, folks.
Yes, and love to see that Doug Bose is being more involved in the rushing. Maulers only have 30 yards rushing. But you know what? They're changing it up. They're They're not being one-dimensional, and you got to like that from the Maulers. But and they're up 1 point here on Sioux Falls, which is a tough thing to do.
So we're starting the second half here. The Maulers will kick it off to Sioux Falls. The Sparrows get the ball to start the second half. That was a huge touchdown that they got in that final minute to sort of get that double up in the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I mean they are capable of the splash play, and at any moment, so they're never really out of a game.
Well, let's take a look at the Sioux Falls playoff history. We've touched on it briefly. You know, they're 0-1 all time. They lost last year to Queen City in a close one at home. They are the 7th team to host a second playoff game. That's a pretty good accomplishment out of Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I think people don't always give them the credit they deserve.
Pass is knocked up in the air and incomplete, and Jordan Jennings was the intended receiver. Well covered there by Ashley Odom. Made a nice play on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to see. I'm sure the Maulers are thinking we needed to see more of that in the first half, but a good omen here to start the second half.
And look at that contact down the field. Odom, not afraid to get physical, get aggressive. He tips the pass. He gives Jennings a hit. I'm sure the coach had said at halftime, can we get some hits on Jordan Jennings and get him thinking?
Can't allow him to just run free. Yeah, get a little physical with the guy. Some of those guys break down when you get a little physical like that. I'm not sure Jordan Jennings will, but some guys do.
2nd and 10, 10:52 to go in the third quarter. Maulers are up 21-20. Sioux Falls is still trying to take their first lead of the night. Benny Beasley with the spin back inside, picks up 5, 3rd and 5.
Wow, I think that's his game right there. He's shifty. You gotta like that, and they continue. The Sparrows, when they have run the ball, which has been very rare, they've been doing it a lot down the middle, so they're going to attacking the heart of this defense.
I prefer caps lock myself. Setting the shoot. I like caps.
Wow.
That's a sack. That's a bad joke, and that's a sack. That's the 4th sack for the Maulers and the 2nd tonight for Tika Bell, and that is a 4th down for Sioux Falls' offense.
Well, for all the things that have gone wrong and right for this defense, you can't put any blame on this defensive line. They have been attacking tonight, and they have been making Tyree think a minute there in the pocket, make him maybe a little uncomfortable. Scoreboard doesn't reflect it, but it may pay off as the game wears on.
Did you see Tika Bell? He came all the way from the right side and almost went up the middle where the center would typically be. That was a difficult move to get to the quarterback. And I can tell you that Tika Bell, man,
he's a beast.
And if you count playoffs, he's now the league's leader in sacks. 17 in 13 games. So Koma Kaleka returns it to the 38-yard line. We'll see McWavy Jr. again. Sioux Falls stays turnover free, but really, and we touched on it early in the game, we talked about the Mauler quarterback pressure and how much of a necessity it was going to be needed. They're getting it tonight.
Yeah, they're getting it, but it's one thing you have a hard time accounting for is Jordan Jennings, making some amazing plays tonight. Both of these offense making some great plays.
McWavy Jr. back to pass, fires it short. Pass is caught for a 5-yard pickup by Davis Reed. I'm getting face palms in the chat for my caps lock joke. It's not nice.
No, that's well deserved. I believe.
Hey, that's not nice either.
Oh, excuse me as I exit through the window. I apologize.
And yeah, it is called a stunt. I couldn't, it's the second time. I just can't find the word. But you know what, folks? I'd rather not be able to find the word than make a mistake like my partner likes to do.
That's right. I'm willing to make a mistake, much like McWavy Jr.
2nd and 5. McWavy Jr. down the field. Caught. Boy, that was a good tough catch in traffic. Jalen Miller, he's not the biggest guy out there, but he plays bigger than his size.
Yeah, he's one of the best wide receivers in the league, and definitely deserves more credit than he gets. But surprisingly for me, I know that this Maulers offense is one of the better passing offenses in the league, and Miller's a big part of it.
9:08 to go in the third. Wavy Jr. back to pass. He's in trouble and goes down to the 49. Sack made by, I believe, Parker, who does his best not intimidation, but I'm losing it here in the third quarter, folks. It's that dang caps lock joke.
It's imitation.
Yeah, it's the caps lock joke.
It threw it all. Do we want to just restart?
go ahead and just, oh yeah, wipe the slate clean. I'm sure the owners will really appreciate that. 2nd and 13, 8:35 to go in the third. Wavy Jr. under center, back to pass, 5-step drop down the field, caught again. Jalen Miller again. Jalen Miller, he's just all reliable, and Joel Walinga's having a nice night, but Jalen Miller is tough to stop.
Yeah, but look at the strike that Wavy throws right there. There is zero hesitation about where that ball is going. When Wavy is on, there's not many better in the league.
Doug Bose, 9 carries, 30 yards. Not a bad start to this game. We have seen him more active and involved in the offense, but Sioux Falls has done a good job combating that. Wavy Jr. will now throw out to Bose. Bose is going to break a tackle and is finally shoved out of bounds after a 3-yard pickup, which has been tough to do tonight on Doug.
And that's what Bose brings. That's a play that should have been maybe a 1-yard loss, but Bose brings that extra power to the screen pass, and he can make that 1-yard loss into a 3-yard gain.
Impression was the word.
Oh,
was it? Did you say impression?
No,
I don't know. What's
imitation is what I said.
What's wrong with our
I don't know.
Back to pass. Wavy Jr. fires it into the red zone. That pass is caught at the 50. Look who it is again. I mean, the guy's all over the field. He's catching balls over the middle to the outside on some quick out routes. It's just unreal what he's doing on this drive.
This offense is clicking on all cylinders here, and man, it's something that I don't think we've seen very much of from the Maulers this season, but I like what I'm seeing.
1st and 10, 7:25 to go in the third. The Maulers have not wavered after giving up. Oh, nice one-handed snag. Jalen Miller, man, it's a huddle highlight reel for him on this drive.
I was like, goodness gracious, he sees all the accolades Jennings is getting. He wants some for his own. Took a helmet to the chest, but still held on to the ball. You gotta like that out of Miller.
Mac Wavy Jr. is up to 312, 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And Wavy Jr. just continues to pile on the numbers. 2nd down and 4 at the 9-yard line for Minneapolis, protecting a 1-point lead here in the first playoff game of the conference semifinals. Touchdown Davis Reed, his 2nd of the night. And Minneapolis is back up by 7. They just won't give it up.
It's look at this play. Look, this is like they're playing in practice, and it's just a nice little toss right out there to the open space in the field, and the receiver goes and gets it.
So Mahler's back up by another score, and it seems like every time Sioux Falls has an opportunity to inch a little closer, they can't get there. And for Minneapolis, that is back-to-back for opening half drives for them, although they didn't get the ball first in the second half. But their opening drive of the second half results in a touchdown. And the starting half as well is always a good recipe for success.
Like a showdown at high noon. It may come down to which one of these offenses flinches first as they go back and forth here. But yeah, the Maulers gotta love that offensive series.
It's 7:30, Steve. It's not noon. It's 7:30.
Metaphorically.
Oh, okay. Metaphorically. Metaphorically, the sun is up right now.
There you go. Well, not here, but
not in Liberty Park either. 6:45 to go in the third, and Terrain James takes it up to the 31-yard line. You know, yeah, everybody. Hey, we got to have fun,
Let's
guys.
keep it loose, fellas. Let's keep it loose.
Yeah, we wish Greg was here, but there's less mistakes without him. So, you know.
I'm going to have to beg to differ. I think there's probably more on my side of things. But, hey, Greg, we miss you. Thank you, brother, for the note this morning. Wishing me well. Dude, you're the best, man.
6:41 to go in the third, 28-20. Pass to the outside. Beasley, boy, he does have a head for this game done. 2nd and 4, pick up a 6.
And again, something that we haven't seen a lot from these offenses, surprisingly. But if there's one team that's going to do it and do it well, that's the Sparrows.
The Mauler playoff history, they're 2-1 all time. They're the winter 2015 champion, but haven't won a playoff game since. That's almost hard to fathom.
It is. This being their last hurrah, they want to go out on a high note. So far they're playing well.
2nd and 4, Beasley's got a first down, all due to blocking on that play. Sioux Falls has had some trouble with the protection for Julian Tyree, but not on that play with Beasley.
Yeah, I like it. I like the play call. They're going outside the tackle there. using some of that Beasley speed. I think that's a good way to go.
Look at Jennings' numbers, man. 5 catches, 145 yards. He's averaging almost 10 yards, or more than 10 yards a catch, actually. Almost, what is that, 30 yards a catch? And Benny Beasley gets hit hard at the 48-yard line. Austin Broadway laying the wood. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I love the Beasley kid. Gets right back up, dusts himself off like nothing happens. Has a little bounce in his step. That guy's intimidated by no one.
Don't forget that coming up next, we've got the Baltimore Crabs and the Dallas Roughnecks. If you think this is exciting, we've got another one on tap for you, and it's SFL playoff insanity at its finest as Julian Tyree will shovel it this time successfully to Beasley. What a tackle on the open field. Prevents a first down. It's 3rd and inches. Austin Broadway. What a tackle.
Well, hey, they tried again. It works, but it doesn't yield them the results they probably wanted, and that has a lot to do with that middle linebacker boy. He is a solid player.
Austin Broadway, not bad at all. Does have 1 pick on the season, but obviously run stopping is his game. Back to pass. Tyree out to Beasley, and again couldn't move the sticks. A loss of 2 yards. 4th and 2. And Sioux Falls gets not even an inch on the swing pass. Good defense there by Minneapolis.
Thought he had some room there, but that great play by the defender to come up and make the tackle. Hey, this defense for the Maulers has stepped up here in the 3rd quarter. They're giving their offense another opportunity to really kind of put some distance between them and Sioux Falls.
So the Maulers get a defensive stand. Koma Kalea from the 13-yard line up to about the 16. He has had no room to run all night. And as we're coming up here on the end of the 3rd quarter, it's getting down to crunch time. We mentioned the 4th quarter for Minneapolis. It's been a stinker against Sioux Falls in the previous 2 meetings, and we'll see what they got. Alongside Stephen Mullinex, I am Cameron Irvine here on the SFL Network on Twitch. The SFL postseason is underway at Simulation FL and at Landry Hat yourself, or at Stephen Mullinex on Twitter or Slack, or however you want to reach Mr. Mullinex. He's a reachable guy. Mac Wavy Jr. Fires it outside. Jalen Miller knocks over a defender on the bench. 7 receptions for 80 yards for Jalen Miller.
Yeah, and really active here in this second half. They've made a conceited effort to get the ball to Miller, and it's been paying off well. And here another just pitch and catch there, as Miller gets a lot of distance between him and the defender.
Yeah, it was Joel Wallinga in the first half. It's Jalen Miller in the second half. Davis Reed quietly has 2 touchdowns tonight. Just more of the same out of the Maulers. They have sprinkled in some more runs, some less swings, but they're still doing what got them here.
Very impressive.
So Mac Wavy Jr. is under center, and a 3-3 defense out of Sioux Falls. A trap play to Bose. Bose has a lot of room. Bose gets away. Bose in the open field, and the big fella is inside the 20. He's going to rumble into the end zone.
Oh, yeah. Big fella eat, baby. Big fella eat.
Doug Bose puts the Maulers up 34-20. I know you like seeing those big fellas rumble, Stephen. And Doug Bose gets probably the longest run of his season. In fact, why don't we check? His longest run was 35. I would say that's his longest run.
Why haven't we seen this from the Maulers all season? You know what? That doesn't matter. You know why? This is the dang postseason right here, and they're bringing it out. Boy, look at that. Look at the power, the speed. We've talked about his grace on the sidelines. This guy's the whole package, man.
Dustin Paulos couldn't catch him.
Wow.
And don't look now, but we're not even in the 4th, and the Maulers already have 34 points.
That's a heartbreaker right there if you're Sioux Falls. I mean, right down the center of your defense, this guy rumbles and tumbles for a huge touchdown run.
Well, it's a heartbreaker because Sioux Falls, you did so much to come back from that 14-0 hole, and you're right back in it. You haven't done anything.
Well, you know, we've talked about the playmakers on the offensive side of the ball for Sioux Falls, and headed here into the 4th quarter here pretty soon, they're going to need to step up.
I would expect nothing more than to see more of Sioux Falls as a tremendous offense. Yeah. We knew we were going to be in for a shootout. I mean, you can tell by the previous meetings and just the offensive and defensive totals of these squads. this game sets up for a shootout. Our second game of our doubleheader, not so much. Two of the better defensive teams in the league. But right now, right here, it's all about points. And for Sioux Falls, they need 15 more right now.
Well, and if I would have asked you when the game started, if you thought that Doug Bose would have a long touchdown run when his longest has been 35 of the season, you wouldn't have bet me that. But I'm glad the Maulers have shifted their focus a little bit and got Bose involved.
So out of the shotgun is Julian Tyree. He will drop back the pass. Oh. Jordan Jennings split the difference on the change. 6 receptions, 165 yards. That's over his average.
I got to watch my mouth. You know that? I've got to watch what I say because both of these offenses have just been explosive tonight. And, you can almost throw the scoreboard out because these guys, they're changing the score all the time.
Yeah, they're keeping me busy tonight. It's absolutely gorgeous here in Liberty Park, 54 degrees, 8-mile-an-hour wind, mostly cloudy skies, but it's just perfect football weather as Julian Tyree fires left side of the field. That pass is caught, nearly getting a first down. That's big number 84, pickup of 9 to bring up second down and 1. Cleveland, everyone getting involved tonight.
Yeah, just a nice little hit there by the linebacker. One of those that'll clean the sinuses there.
2:35 to go in the third. Minneapolis up 35-20. If you're just joining us, too many scores to recap. But the Maulers are playing probably their best game of the season. And look at Benny Beasley get up the middle and flex some muscles there.
What is happening? What is happening? Sioux Falls and the Maulers, they're running the football successfully. This is pandemonium. This is raining cats and dogs. This is crazy.
Beasley's running up the middle. Bose is breaking away from defenders. What's happening here? 2 minutes to go in the third. Maulers protecting a 15-point advantage, their largest lead of the night. Tyree just gets it away to Beasley. Beasley's got some open space. Look at the speed. Beat down the sideline.
Jeez, that goodness gracious. The A to B speed is incredible.
Look at this. Look at this. I mean, this is a job of Pac-Man right here. I mean, that is an incredible. Austin Broadway, another tackle down the sideline, but he doesn't get going until about right there, right at that stick, and he was gone after that.
Well, Tyree getting the ball in a good place for him, where he doesn't have to turn around and catch the ball, just so he can continue that forward motion. Had a lot to do with that.
1:35 to go in the third. Sioux Falls is back on the move again. Fires it short of the outside. Caught inside the 20. Breaking a tackle. First down inside the 15 down to the 13-yard line. That's Cleveland again. And Sioux Falls is back in the red zone. We still aren't in the fourth quarter yet.
Looked like Benny Beasley almost. And did you see the placement of the ball right there?
Perfect.
It was right in the breadbasket, right in the hands. It was perfect for what he needed to do and to break that tackle. Led right into that. Tyree deserves a lot of credit on this drive.
First down and 10 for Sioux Falls again. They only had 7 first downs in that first half, and they're racking them up here in the third quarter. Tyree out of the eye. Back to pass. He's going long into the end zone. Out of bounds. Jordan Jennings just couldn't get the feet down. And that's tough to swallow for Sioux Falls. He was wide open.
Oh, if you're Minneapolis defense, boy, you just got away with one right there. Well, that was close. You expect a receiver like Jennings maybe to toe tap right there. But he had kind of a difficult turnaround to get that ball. But you expect a player like him to come down with that every time.
Yeah, you'd like to see Tyree zip that in there a little bit more. He lofted it too far and out of bounds. Hand off to Benny Beasley on second down. Ashley Odom tattoos him. And that's is Beasley shaking up? Beasley's not getting any help from anybody. They're just all walking over him. Everyone's so exhausted they can't even help Beasley, and I feared for Beasley's safety there.
Yeah, he got clobbered in the backfield, man. That was, that's one of those that you're looking out to your ear hole.
Third down and 13 coming up on the end of the third quarter. Sioux Falls and Minneapolis, neither have been in third and long situations very often tonight. Tyree back to pass. Thrown down WWE style by Capone. Fourth and long, and another field goal attempt upcoming for the Sparrows.
I have a feeling that Tyree hasn't seen this kind of pressure
since Houston.
Yeah, And he's got to have a clock in his head. Apparently, there he had one option, but he pulled it back, and you got to get that ball out.
So that'll bring us down to the end of the third quarter, and I think the storyline that's developing right now, Stephen, is that Minneapolis is getting a bunch of touchdowns, and Sioux Falls is getting a bunch of field goals. This is the end of the third quarter. The fourth quarter is coming back here on the SFL Network. This is the fourth quarter where Minneapolis has not played well against the Sparrows at all. Just 3 points up on the board in the fourth quarter in the two previous meetings, as Sammy Prefontaine's field goal is good from 36 yards. But they're going to likely need a touchdown or two in this fourth quarter, because Sioux Falls is not going away.
Well, we're in undiscovered country now, Cam. This is something that hasn't happened in their two previous meetings, with Minneapolis being up, just up in the game in the fourth quarter. They've been always playing from behind. Here's something that you'll find interesting, Cam. When Sioux Falls scores 34 points or more, they're 7-0 this season. When they score less than 37 points, they are 2-3. So 34 points from them is a key, and they may struggle to get that.
Yeah, they got 23 now, but more importantly, Kaleka is going to return to the 24. He's not on offense, and the Maulers are going to get the ball back offensively. The Sparrows, who forced two interceptions in that first half, they got to have an answer here defensively.
Yeah. Well, I think it has to be here. I think this drive. I think this is your defense needs to step up here, so this game doesn't get so out of hand you can't come back.
Three receivers for Minneapolis, and back to pass. Mac Wavy Jr. fires out to Doug Bose, and Bose picks up 4. There's some breaking news here in the chat. Thomas Paterniti is in the chat, and he says, guess which game I used to scout Sioux Falls? Houston. And I tell you what, that's just a smart ownership right there.
Well, hey, it's looking good right now. It's looking like a perfectly executed game plan by Minneapolis.
Right now, Minneapolis is up 12. It's a 4-point lead after the Bose reception. It's a 3-down lineman for the Sparrows, and Bose takes it left side. Doug Bose got clocked at the 33. Briggs Barkowski with the tackle. 3rd down and 1, a very important tackle there.
Well, it's still early in the fourth, but the Maulers here trying to chew a little clock, and the way that Bose has been running, I don't fault them for it. The big fella's been rumbling. Why not feed him?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't feed him here in some way. 4-down lineman, 3rd down and 1. They're going to try him with the swing, and good tackle made on the outside by Delta Coakley. He just got past the blocker who was out there, and what a monster play from Delta Coakley to make.
We may look back on this game, and that could be the play that turns the tide of this game for Sioux Falls. Hey, let's not forget, they're playing at home. They're good. They're 9-3. They're 9-3 for a reason. You can't give them openings like this. Mahler's missed an opportunity to put the pedal down.
You are absolutely right. From the 33-yard line, a big hit there at the 36. 9:09 to go in the third quarter for Delta Coakley. He's got 4 picks this season. He's not known for his tackling skills, but certainly did a good job with that one. We pulled up the quarterback numbers and what they've done earlier this season. I would argue that Tyree had the better game in the first 2 meetings. Who do you think's had the better game tonight?
I think it's overall it's been Wavy, but Tyree's been right there. He hasn't made many mistakes tonight.
Tyree deep down the field, and how much? Excuse my French here. How much balls does it take to just take the snap and stand there after getting sacked 5 times and just trust that your line has got it?
A lot. That's something that that's the difference between the winners and the losers here in the SFL, is a quarterback that can stand in that pocket and take the heat, especially against what is the best defensive line in the SFL.
8:50 to go in the fourth. Sioux Falls is down 12. They have trailed the entire game, trying to come back. Tyree back to pass, short out to Jordan Jennings. 183 yards on 8 catches. That one goes for a modest 3.
Did you expect anything less from
No.
this guy? No, this guy, he shows up in big games. Down 12 points here. They're going to need a lot out of him, and he's fully capable.
And Ashley Odom is having a tough time. This is a tough assignment for him.
Oh, yes.
2nd and 7, still a very quiet night for Caesar Kansas against that non-star corner. That's been pretty surprising. Benny Beasley, nice spin back inside, manages 1 yard. But again, a 3rd down and 6 coming up. Minneapolis really making them earn it.
Yeah, this is not the time you want your offense to stall here, and Minneapolis has an opportunity to see if they can take advantage of it.
So on a 3rd down and 6 at the 44, Julian Tyree will go split backs with 3 receivers, 2 off the right side, far right side with the ball on the left hash. Under 8 to play, Tyree, 3-step drop against a blitz, fires wide open, inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. That's Cannon. Minneapolis brought the pressure, and Tyree stayed calm.
You mentioned why we haven't seen more from Cannon. Right there, you just saw him burst through what looked like a crowd of defenders, and he's wide open. I bet you Tyree's going to look a little bit more Cannon's way here before they get the ball back to Jennings.
The Maulers have mixed up some pressure tonight on Sioux Falls. They've showed them a lot of different looks. That one was certainly unique, but Sioux Falls had the perfect play call to combat it. Benny Beasley will take the handoff and drag ahead for 3 yards. Don't expect to see Beasley fall forward as much as he does.
Yeah, and I wouldn't expect them to run a lot here down as much as they are. Maybe they try to catch the Maulers in something, some kind of a pass defense there. But if Beasley's been pretty good tonight on the run, so why not try it?
Frankie Capone and Tika Bell each have 2 sacks tonight for Minneapolis. And on 2nd down and 7, Julian Tyree will drop back to pass. He's got all day, but time is running out. That pass is caught somehow at the 19-yard line. That's Cleveland's 3rd reception in the second half. 3rd down and 1 at the Mauler 19. And with the time as it is for Sioux Falls, I'm thinking maybe it's 4-down territory here.
It might be a little premature for that.
Down
but
12.
They are down 12. Well, it's really going to depend on what happens here.
3rd down, 1 yard to go, 2 in the backfield, and Tyree's going to throw. Tyree out to Beasley. Beasley got it. 1st down. McClellan on the tackle. We've seen some really good play out of the defenses on 3rd and short on the swings. That time Beasley just a little bit too fast.
It could be a tale of 2 tackles here. One that stops the Sioux Falls from getting a 1st down, and then here one that doesn't stop Sioux Falls from getting a 1st down.
6:10 to go in the 4th. Mauler's up 35-23. 2 in the backfield for Tyree. Tyree back to pass. He's going to call Beasley's number again. Beasley inside. Oh, McClellan lays him out at the 16 and pick up at just 1. And Beasley dusts off the dirt off his pants.
He has taken a beating tonight.
Yeah, he is.
This guy, this secondary has been headhunting him. Give a lot of credit to the diminutive running back. He's been a solid. He's been hit a lot. 2nd
and 9. Sioux Falls is spending a lot of time on this drive. Back to pass against another blitz. That pass was a little off target. Cannon picks up just a yard. Tyree with 7 more yards than Wavy, but Wavy with 2 more touchdowns and picks tonight. 3rd down and 8, and now I think it's most definitely 4-down territory.
Well, the Sparrows, give their offensive line all the credit. It isn't like Tyree's being rushed on some of these passes. He just doesn't have anywhere to go with it.
So 5:10 to go in the 4th quarter. 4 receivers, 2 to either side for Sioux Falls. And back to pass is Tyree. Tyree's going end zone. The pass is caught for a touchdown, Jordan Jennings.
They needed that so badly. They needed that. So, would you expect anything else from this ball game? It's coming down to the wire here. Jordan Jennings, we talked about the star players make plays at the most important time. Look at this. He has to get in front of the defender.
Toma Kaleka, too.
Fully extends his arms. And Tyree puts it in a nice spot where only Jennings can go and get it.
Now, to the chagrin of Sioux Falls, we are under 5 minutes to go, and it is more than a 3-point deficit. We have seen onside kicks before in this situation. Can you? I mean, I know we wouldn't do it, but could see it happen here.
I don't think it'll happen there. They're only down 5. You've got 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes left. I'd say give your defense a chance to say, to win this game for you, to help you win this game. I'd see what the Sioux Falls defense can do. They've got a couple turnovers.
They're going to kick it off. That's probably the smart thing to do. You just don't know, and we need to start talking about it since Sioux Falls just scored. We actually don't have on hand, although we probably should, the record in the postseason for largest comeback. Down 15 tonight as Kaleka returns to the 26-yard line. They're only down 5 right now with still a lot of time left to go.
Well, this could be a historic night for both of these teams. I mean, look, this could be the Maulers' last game in SFL history. Doesn't look like that way right now, but this is a tight game here. And can Sioux Falls get rid of that deja vu?
These passing offenses have put on a show tonight as expected. Doug Bose showing some vision but couldn't get around Gage Wilson. Bose has 100 yards, 102 yards in fact tonight. He's got 521 on the season coming in.
Well, most of that was gained on that big run play, but you got to like the Maulers' commitment to the running game. Let's hope it's not their Achilles heel here. As it looks like they're trying to run the clock a little bit.
Second down and 12. Minneapolis certainly doesn't want to get too conservative with their season and this what would amount to be an incredible road victory, as I would say fairly big underdogs here tonight, as Wavy Jr. fires it complete to Joel Wallinga, who's been quiet since that first quarter. I mean, wouldn't you say so, considering the two previous meetings of these two?
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely. But we've talked about this when we were coming into this matchup, is not underestimate the play call ability of T-Pack and what he brings to the league and what he's meant to the league. And maybe his last game he's bringing it back.
Trips off the left side, nearly hit. Oh my goodness, that was close. I believe that was Burkowski. It's fourth down. It is fourth down.
Yeah, that's a big play right there. That's a huge play for this defense. What a stop, 3 and out. You know how hot this Maulers offense. Some conservative play calling right there. I don't know if I like it.
By the way, folks, we are going to go straight out to Baltimore for the game. We're not going to go straight out there. We're going to take a short intermission. Obviously, we've got to catch our breath as well, especially considering that we've got probably a wild next 4 minutes and change as Terrain James calls for a fair catch at the 33-yard line. But once we come back from the brief intermission, we will go directly out. The post-game show will air in full with Stephen and I coming up after the Dallas-Baltimore game, after we got off to that bit of a late start.
And boy, this game is turning out to be a nail-biter. Would you expect of anything less from the first playoff game of the season?
4:08 to go in the fourth. We've seen it time and time again. These teams just step up in the postseason. Back to pass Tyree. He's going long, and that pass is caught by Jennings. How do you let that guy get so open? Maybe they were just not wanting him to go deep.
Yeah, he's burned them a lot tonight. You may be willing to give away a first down every once in a while to prevent a touchdown.
So first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Lord Raider in the chat says the jet from South Dakota to Maryland must be mad fast. You don't even know the half of it. They have to sedate us. It goes so fast. The body can't handle it. As Benny Beasley takes off the left side and picks up 3 to 48. I like the patience Sioux Falls is showing. It shows a lot of confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially since they haven't run the ball a lot this season. That they turn to Beasley here for a run when they need this. They need to score on this drive. Shows a lot of confidence in him.
Second down and 7. 3:38 to go. Back to pass Tyree. Fires short. Oh, dropped. Dropped by Cleveland, who's come up so clutch in the second half. And that's the disadvantage of targeting guys that aren't named Cannon, Beasley, or Jennings on the squad.
It may not cost him here because it is third down and 7. But man, what a great play call. He was wide open and a great pass. Everything went right except for that for the catch.
4 receivers, 2 to either side. This is a huge play in this ball game for Sioux Falls, down by 5. And back to pass is Tyree, throwing it outside. Got to turn the corner, fell out of bounds. 2 yards shy of the sticks at the Mahler 47. That was Caesar Cannon who lost his footing. Now, I think if you're Sioux Falls, I don't know. We're going to see what they're going to do here.
You've got all 3 timeouts. Your defense played well, but
going to go for it.
Yep.
Going to go for it if they can hold Mahler to a field goal. Still a 1-score game, so I can see that. But this is huge. Play of the game right here. 4th down and 2. 3:28 to go. Where are the Sparrows going with a 3-wide receiver set? Back to pass. Tyree down the field to Jennings. Why would you do it? To the 35-yard line. 2:22 on 11 catches. And the Sparrows roll on.
As if it was scripted, they go to their main guy. When the game is on the line, you go to Jennings. Just like they wrote it up, right? Just like they're going to write it up in the movie. The Hollywood make moment. You go to your big guy and he delivers.
So 35-30 Maulers. This is more playoff insanity. It just can't. It just happens all the time. I was going to say it can't not happen, but that's not very journalistic. As the handoff goes to Beasley now. Beasley's in trouble in the backfield, lost 3 yards. Great push by T. Cabell.
Yeah, he said, hey, fellas, don't forget about us. Don't forget about me. I can still have a big impact on this game. That's something we haven't seen. A lot of them, they haven't been able to get to Tyree as much as they've done earlier in this game. They can come up with a big play here.
2nd down and 13. Oh, they're going to run to Beasley again. Beasley got nothing. Ashley Odom on the tackle. That's questionable right there.
Oh, obviously they thought they saw something in the defense. You know, they coming into this game. They probably thought that Sioux Falls was going to throw a lot, and they have. But they've thrown in a kind of a monkey wrench here with Beasley in the running game. It's been so successful, just not so much.
Down to 2:20 to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Tyree on a 3rd down and 13 is caught. He reached out for the sticks, and it is not a 1st down. Jordan Jennings with the catch. Did you see him reach the ball out there? We're going to get a second look at this. This may be worth a challenge, although we're going to get to the 2-minute warning, so they will not be able to challenge as we've hit the 2-minute warning, and we'll find out what the verdict is on 4th and 1 when the SFL Network returns. No challenge. What a stop. 4th and 1. Can they do it again for the 2nd time on this drive? Convert a 4th and short. Tyree back to pass. He's going to fire it out to Beasley. Beasley's got a 1st down. Makes a man miss down to the 21-yard line. And you know what I just thought of? We have not had one penalty all night.
Oh, wow.
Not a single penalty.
Hey, 4th and 1, season on the line. What do? You go to your bread and butter. You go to Beasley in the flat, boy, that was another good play call right there.
Both teams all 3 timeouts. Sioux Falls has converted back-to-back 4th downs on this drive. Beasley again with the catch, and he is smacked by McClellan on the outside, who's had a tremendous game. Tyree, by the way, still does not have an interception. 403 yards on the night. It's 2nd and 12.
Knocked him into next week. How much punishment can one man take? We're finding that out tonight with Benny Beasley.
1:10 to go. 2nd and short. Oh, Julian Tyree is going to quarterback sneak it, pick up 4, and Sioux Falls is clearly playing 4-down territory with this run.
You pull that out of your bag of tricks here with right here at the end of the 4th quarter with almost just a minute left to play. That is crazy.
He got 4 yards and made
it worked for positive yardage.
1:03 to go. Sioux Falls is now down to 2 timeouts, though. So if they can't score, they may have a hard time stopping the ball and preventing this game from being extended. 2nd down and 10. Tyree back to pass. Tyree sidearm throw. Oh, it's but incomplete. It's 4th and 8. I thought first it was going to be a catch, and then almost an interception.
What a dangerous pass. We've seen Tyree be pinpoint accurate tonight. That was not one of his better throws, boy. I bet he wish he had that one back.
Another 4th down. This one is the most difficult of the night. They're 2 for 2 on the drive. 4th and 8 for Sioux Falls. 4 receivers, 2 to either side for Tyree. 4 down linemen for the Maulers. This could very well be the ball game. Tyree going down the field. The pass is knocked away. And it is Minneapolis football. Coma Kaleka with the swat away. And that may have just sealed it.
Unbelievable. Guys, the action, the SFL action camp. I mean, this game, right down to the wire, a defensive play likely seals Sioux Falls' fate. Wow.
Yeah, 2 timeouts for Sioux Falls. They can get the ball back. The Maulers are going to play conservative. They're going to take the knees. They're going to say, hey, we think our defense can stop you. But this is some dangerous territory because I don't think I'd trust any team with the ball with maybe 5 seconds left to throw a bomb down the field and score.
Well, if I'm the Maulers, I'm strapping 2 defenders to Jennings' hip because that guy can burn you long, and it's probably what the Sioux Falls is going to need is some type of bomb pass.
Mac Wavy Jr., a 118 rating tonight, 347 yards, 4 touchdowns, the 2 picks, but they were very early in this ball game. Both quarterbacks finished with over 400 yards passing. And Sioux Falls out of timeouts. There's 55 seconds left. Figure the punt's going to get out. I mean, I'm telling you, about 5 or 6 seconds left, maybe for a Hail Mary for Sioux Falls. Just who knows, man? Who knows?
Absolutely. This game there's still time left. You've got a player on the field like Jennings. Anything can happen.
So we're going to take a knee here. We've got about a 14-second differential between play clock and game clock. And Sioux Falls, the Maulers, their defense is not the strength of their team. But they have come up with some big stops, especially down inside the 20-yard line. They forced field goals. Coma Kaleka with that last big play. They are putting one last hope in their defense here tonight.
I'm going to be interested to see how the Sparrows play this. With 14 seconds left, you might not go for the whole enchilada there at the beginning, maybe something a little bit more manageable. It'll be interesting to see how they play this.
So down to 12 seconds, down to 11. They're going to be in Minneapolis territory. 9 seconds left. I don't think you can risk throwing any sort of pass, but into the end zone. Maybe you get a couple of shots, but if you're tackled in bounds, the ball game is over.
Yeah, you can't, unless it's a touchdown or you've got a clear lane of the touchdown. You don't want to catch that ball.
Yeah, even a bomb, you get tackled at the 5, it's a done deal. Yeah, you gotta go. You hope you get 2 opportunities. I'm sure these defensive ends are going to tee off. What an amazing start of the postseason. It comes down to a Hail Mary, which we have not seen as successful, I don't think, all season. But Tyree's going to try. He's got some time. Tyree to the end zone, and the pass is out of the back. Almost caught. 2 seconds left. I thought he caught it there for a second.
Yes. Oh. That was close. They're going to get another opportunity.
He had it. Jordan Jennings had it. It was just outside his reach. He was all by himself in the back of the end zone. Just a little bit overthrown. Unbelievable. That was dangerously close to being a touchdown for Sioux Falls. The final play maybe of Sioux Falls' season. Back to pass. No, he lost the ball. It's recovered by a lineman, and it's the end of the game. I've never seen a game end like that. And Minneapolis is going to the Teal Conference Championship game. Let me catch my breath while Steven gives us some analysis.
Well, congratulations to both of these owners. Obviously, Minneapolis for winning the game, but what a great game to start off the SFL playoffs. Look at the amount of passing yards we had in this game. Nearly 400 yards from both teams. This was just an offensive fireworks show, and neither team getting too far out there, making it competitive where Jennings was literally inches away from winning this ball game in the final seconds. I don't think you can ask for anything more in game one.
Sioux Falls becomes the second team in league history to lose their first 2 home playoff games, and it is just a reminder that in the playoffs, this league steps it up, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jason, Sioux Falls' owner.
Great game. They played a fantastic game.
And a wonderful season. And he should be definitely congratulated for for what he brings to the league every week, and the quality team that he brings and competes every night. Tonight, the Maulers it was those small plays. It was a small tackle here, something that may seem insignificant, a stop here. This game was really a lot closer than probably people thought would be based on the first 2 games of the season these guys played in. And boy, they gave us a wonderful game.
Player of the night, Mac Wavy Jr. He threw just 5 incompletions, which was a far cry from his first 2 performances against Sioux Falls. 33 of 38, 347 yards, 4 touchdowns. We hope to hear from Mac Wavy Jr. on the postgame show, and Thomas Paternitti for that matter, if they can stay up that late, because it is a well-deserved achievement out of those guys. And as we put the final touches on this wrap-up of this game, I cannot think of a game where both teams deserved it as much as these 2 teams did. I mean, how often do you see Sioux Falls? They don't turn the ball over all night long, and still they just couldn't find a way to dig themselves out of that early hole.
And that's something they are used to being in the lead, and that's something we didn't really touch on as much as they were fighting the whole game just to get into the game, and that's not something they're necessarily accustomed to. I think the Maulers, their strong start really paced them for this whole game, and they were able to survive the mistakes that they made later on through the game because of that strong start that Sioux Falls had.
Jordan Jennings finishes with 12 catches, 235 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the loss. Joel Wallinga, 7 catches, 135 yards, and a touchdown. Reed had a couple of scores. Jalen Miller, 7 for 80. Leading the defense, Koma Kaleka, 14 tackles, 3 passes defended tonight, including the game winner on 4th down. And this is our final minute of wrap-up from Sioux Falls before we have to be euthanized and fly our way at warp speed over to Old Bay Stadium in Baltimore. And if it's anything like this one, I'm going to need a lot of medication at the end of the night.
Yeah, we're both going to need to be revived, mouth to mouth probably, I imagine. No, but look, if it's anything like this game, guys, we're in for maybe one of the best postseason runs in SFL history.
We are going to take a quick intermission. We will go off the air. We will come back as soon as possible. We got to obviously get the graphics all set up for the next game. Got to take a breath. Got to get some water, and we gotta enjoy what should amount to another tremendous game of SFL action as the night rolls on. It's SFL Playoff Pandemonium, and it's right here on the SFL Network. Stay tuned for more.